popularly called KABA, died on Saturday at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital after a short illness. The passing of the Ace broadcaster came as a huge blow to many, including the President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, who expressed his grief on Twitter. This morning, the Multimedia Group Limited held a memorial service in remembrance of the Ace broadcaster. So I want you to share with me some fond memories of KABA.
His intelligence, the way he handles the program, the way he speaks to the ministers that comes, and in general, the way he handles everything is good. He knows, you know that he knows his job and he knows what he's doing.
What to say to his family as
well? I'm an added fan of KABA. I listen to Ekusi Sen usually. And one of the things I remember much is when he's about to start the opening montage where the man will be mentioning him, KABA. You know, he was one of the guys that made politics a little bit palatable for us, the young ones. He brought it to our level, so we'll miss him so much. I don't think there will be anybody who can replace KABA on radio.
I always listen to him at Asempa FM in the afternoon about politically, social and economic issues. That's why. But we lost a great gem.
I used to listen to KABA, but not often. And what I love about KABA especially is the very strong voice that he used to welcome his listeners. And I think KABA has been someone who has been an inspiration to we, the youth of Africa, Ghana especially. And I think I will miss a lot about KABA.
Generally, I like the way he did his presentation and everything. You know, he was very balanced, he was very fair to either side, he wasn't biased, and I think it's sad that we have lost him at a very tender age, but it's okay.
In fact, it's hectic to me. I don't know what to say. I've watched it on Facebook, you can see my battery is down. I've watched everything on Facebook from the morning up to this time, to get Ghana here. In fact, it's very hectic to me. All I can say is rest in peace. But multimedia, check up is very important. I just heard somebody saying that he didn't go he was sick on Friday, supposed to go to check up, but he didn't do it. So please, I'm advising everybody. For me, I'm just we should do check up. You are being just loving. You love your job too much, you die and nobody will come. Like somebody, it's happened in Kumasi, what do you call Kesben, confidence came, but there's something. You want to work, the next day is dead. So please, I'm advising everybody, the whole Ghana, we should check up.
Right, let's get on Facebook and get to read some of the comments there. James Abusanga says KABA was an unbiased and neutral journalist who should have been celebrated whilst he was still alive. Good journalists like Israelai and many others in Ghana need to be appreciated and celebrated. Let's not wait until the unfortunate happens before we appreciate them. Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's celebrate you.
James.
Hey, I'm celebrating you.
And KABA was celebrated.
Yeah, he was celebrated. He was celebrated. And you are also celebrated.
Thank you. Wilson Kofi Mensah says, Dr. Rekubrobe asked, which KABA is this? Is it the women's clothing KABA or what? That's the only thing I know of the deceased. Yes, I
remember that voice.
Yeah.
KABA, yeah.
Yeah. So in fact, when a lot of the time when we interact or I have to speak about him at a program we are together, I just call him KABA.
KABA.
Barry Makubaji says, KABA has gotten me a second Nikki while he wrongly mentioned my name, Barima, as Brima in his Asempa today. The way he read my messages showed up my interest in radio texting messaging till date. Kafra KABA. And Nana AJ Emmanuel says the way he introduces the show by using some kind of patriotic songs. I always watch him on either Facebook or on YouTube live. I don't really know how I'm going to listen to that, my favorite political talk show. R.I.P. KABA.
And Kilnsman says, it's such a sad moment. His smile, I feel and share the pain of the multimedia group as working colleagues. It reminds me of Andy Nyaku of Techno Group. May the gentle soul of KABA and Andy Kwame Ako Nyaku rest in perfect peace. KABA Due. And Afotu says, I will miss the way he poses his questions and his famous introduction of his program, God Knows Best, R.I.P. KABA. And Mensa says, KABA was one of the greatest journalists that I always wanted to listen to. He deserves a state barrier. And Jeremiah Bayan says, a good heart has stopped beating, I think you want to say, and a good soul has ascended to heaven. KABA's talent in the era of journalism is irreplaceable. I don't know him, but I always listen to his shows, especially those that involve political gurus. His questions were always simple, but demanded content answers. Okay, content answers, you mean, and KABA, return if possible. Tado says, Your Excellency, has the presidency tamed you? And could you do? That was a question he asked Mr. President at when he met the editors earlier in the year.